So first of all, congratulations, Biplob ji, for achieving All India rank 154 in civil engineering. तो देखो यार, इस इंटरव्यू का मकसद बहुत ही सिंपल है कि जो हमारे अपकमिंग गेट एस्पिरेंट्स हैं उनकी मदद हो सके थ्रू योर जर्नी। आपके जो एक्सपीरियंसेस लर्निंग्स रहे
यस सर।
अगर आप शेयर करोगे तो उनको भी अपनी जर्नी आसान लगेगी। सो पहला
हाँ
सवाल
हाँ।
आपके लिए कि कितने अटेम्प्ट आपको लगे टू अचीव दिस रैंक।
So this is my fifth attempt. I started in the year 2020 onwards. 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. This is my fifth attempt.
तो बताइए ज़रा आपके जर्नी के बारे में, जब आपने कहा कि 2020 से आप प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट कर रहे हो। सो
हाँ सर।
आपका पास आउट ईयर कब था और फिर कैसी ये जर्नी रही।
So I graduated in the year 2019 and I gave my first grade in the year 2020. In 2020, my rank was 8,000. And after that, I was improving a bit. In 2021, it improved to 3,500. In 2022, it was 1,226. And in 23, it was 815. And this time I got a rank of 154.
ओह, सो इट्स बीन अ वेरी लॉन्ग जर्नी, राइट। सो आपको
Yes,
ऑलमोस्ट
sir.
5 अटेम्प्ट लगे। सो
हाँ
मेरे तो
सर।
बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस है, बहुत सारे सवाल है। सबसे पहले सवाल तो ये
हाँ
है,
सर।
लाइक व्हाई यू डिसाइडेड in 2020 to give your first attempt? Why not in 2019 in the fourth year?
Actually, I did not have my concepts clear at that time. I was not a serious student in college itself. I was not a focused student in college, but after graduating from college, I had no other option other than preparing for GATE. And GATE gives us diversified opportunities. I have heard from my seniors, and that is the reason I have started giving GATE. I started my preparation after in 2019 July. Gave my first attempt in 2020 February. But within 4 to 5 months, 5 to 6 months, I could not cover up the syllabus. That's the reason I could not perform well, sir.
Okay, so so why it was like in the fourth year you got the idea about the gate? Why not in the third year, second year, or first year? So was it like you were looking for a private job, or lately you understood for a government job we need gate score?
Yes, sir. I lately understood in my fourth year that I have to, if I want to get a good job, then I have to appear for GATE or any or other government exams like the EAC also. But I did not get the idea before fourth year.
Okay,
Because of
so
lack of seriousness, that might be the problem, sir. I was not
okay.
a quite serious student.
So you enjoyed your college life thoroughly, and I can get
Yes,
that.
sir. After that one, yes, sir.
Then you got the awareness in the fourth year, it's the realization time. So whether to take a
Yes, sir.
job
That's the
from
time.
college or go for the studies or maybe the government job. So why not chose
Yes,
the
sir.
private job? Any reason behind it?
Naturally, I was unplaced in college itself, sir. I did not get a job in college, so rather than exploring options in private, I thought that if I did not get in fourth year, then why not try for government sector? Because in civil, especially in my civil engineering, we get good opportunities in government sector as compared to private. And that time when I graduated, there were not much options in private. Very few design companies used to visit our college. Only few site jobs were available. So I decided to go for government exams.
Okay, so first you tried for the private job, you were not selected, and also you know about the
Yes, sir.
fact that for our core field, number of MNC companies or the private companies are less, which come to your
Yes, sir.
college, and therefore the
Yes,
only way
sir.
out there is to either do MTech from premium institutes, the tier
Yes,
one
sir.
colleges, and get the good MNC companies, or the easier part is to crack the gate exam with good gate score and directly enter into the PSU jobs. So you opt
Yes,
for
sir.
that. You first aimed for the PSU. And then you started your preparation. In 2020, you got 8,000 rank. So that
Yes,
was
sir.
your first drop, if I'm not wrong. Then
Yes, sir.
how
That was my first time.
then how did you cope up for the like second attempt? Were you not afraid about what if it doesn't work this time? Then what will happen, like about the future, or what family will tell, friends will tell, society will tell? So how did you deal with this situation?
Actually, when I appeared in the year 2020, my syllabus wasn't covered up. I did not cover up my syllabus. I had completed almost half of the syllabus itself. So I thought that I'll complete the whole syllabus and give another attempt. My family was also supportive. They also motivated me to appear another time. And in 2021, I appeared again. But along with that, sir, I used to do one freelancing job in Czech India. I used to solve questions and earn a bit. And after that, I saw that I was improving a bit. From 8,000, I 3,500. I had that freelancing option also. And with that, I continued my preparation. And in 2022, the rank was 1,200. So I decided that I can get a PSU if I give one or two attempts. As I was improving every time, so that was only the source of motivation for me. That if I don't give up over here, then I may get a PSU in one of the other attempts.
Okay, so once 2020, it was a realization syllabus completion is lacking. So you made sure around 2021
Yes, sir.
attempt that syllabus completion is done, so that I can give my gate exam with a good confidence. And then you realize there was some mistakes because
Yes, sir.
3,500 rank, which means you lacked something in your preparation. So what was that realization
Yes, sir.
in your 2021 attempt?
Actually, in my 2021 attempt, I had covered up the syllabus. I used to revise only notes. I did not practice questions, sir. That's the reason I lacked. My
Okay,
question practice was less. That's the
so
reason, sir.
in 2020, the realization was the syllabus completion issue, and in the
Yes, sir.
2021, you realize practice is the issue. And then
Yes, sir.
2022 was a clear cut roadmap where syllabus is done, practice part
Yes,
will be
sir.
figured it out, because that was the last thing which was coming as a burden or a hurdle. But then once you were giving that 2022, I guess that was your third attempt. So third attempt is more burdensome, like pressure some. So how did you overcome that part के अरे डर लग रहा है कि अगर इस बार नहीं हुआ तो क्या होगा? Because third attempt is kind of do or die kind of thing. So how did you deal with that?
Yes, yes, sir. Actually, I used to give other exams also, like SSC, JE, and I used to perform well. So I thought that if I could not perform well in, I may get any other exam like SSC, JE, and all. So that's the reason I kept on studying. And what I thought is that as I've given 3 years, so now I can't step back because I was improving also. And if I knew that if I continue my preparation, definitely one day, one or the other day, I will get success. If not in GATE, probably in SSCJ or any other exams.
So Biplob, you are a very much kind of confident guy and a never give up attitude guy. So I like that part. Like you are continuing, like अगर थोड़ा भी चल रहा है तो आगे आगे पुश करते रहो. One day the things will get done.
Mm.
So ये जो never give up attitude है वो बहुत ही
Yes,
important है, जो आपसे सीखना चाहिए upcoming gate aspirants को. And the second part I liked about you is after that third attempt, you know it very well that I should have a backup. So plan A was the gate exam, but then subsequently you understood other exams also I should write, so that if not gate, then other exams are there as a
yes,
backup to continue my journey.
yes, sir.
Okay, so in 2022, you got a rank of 1,200. Still a
Yeah,
not good rank for a
yeah.
PSU. So
Yes, sir.
then what you did, because your parents might be asking you question, you might be asking a question to yourself. So at that moment, after getting this much, like third attempt and 1,200, like what was the mindset to push
Yes, sir.
again for 2023?
Sir, that was only the motivation. And in 2020, 22, 23, vacancies started coming SSC JE. So I'm not perfect in it also. Then I will have option in SSC JE. Unfortunately, this year I also got a job in SSC JE in border roads organizations. And
Okay.
in 2023, I evaluated my shortcomings and I thought that mathematics problem in my like 5 to 6 marks or 7 marks because of mathematics itself. So decided to I used to search in YouTube what will have seen your channel, and from that onwards I have enrolled in Shrenik Jain Simplified app, and from that I studied mathematics, and because of that I got a jump of 5 to 6 marks at least, sir. Thanks to you, sir,
Thank you so much.
for
It
this
was glad
rank,
to
obviously.
hear. It was glad to hear that you found me on YouTube, and you also self-realized that maths was the issue after like third attempt, I
Yes,
guess.
sir.
And then you found me on YouTube and you joined. So, what was the issue in engineering mathematics? I know that yeah, it's the tough subject for most of the students, but why you felt that maths was tough for you, or something was missing out from your side, which got it covered from my side?
Sir, previously when I used to give GATE in the year 2020, 21, 22, mathematics was easier in civil, but it got tougher in the 2023 and 24. So after giving my 2023 attempt, I realized that if I have to get into a PSU, then I have to ace in mathematics. I have to perform well in mathematics. That's the reason I got the idea that I have to do well in mathematics and I have to study somewhere. And in YouTube, about I heard about you, and I have enrolled in your app. And from that, I got benefited a lot, sir. I got a jump up about 5 to 6 marks, obviously.
Okay, so as per your understanding, engineering mathematics level has increased in the civil
Yes, sir.
branch compared to the
Ye-
previous year papers, which were direct formula based.
Yes,
But
sir.
right now they check
Formula based
concepts, calculation, and then formula.
concepts.
Yes,
Yes,
not
sir. Yes,
just
sir.
the formula part. Okay, got it. So that was a very important, like, kind of a realization, because day by day competition is increasing. So I guess the
Mm.
IITians, the paper setter, are making sure that they are setting a good level of paper. Okay, so got it. So in 2024, you got your 150 rank, and now you are eligible for all the PSU. But don't you feel the age would be a factor for some PSUs?
So actually, I'm OBC, other backward classes. I'm
Okay.
OBC, so that will not be a major problem. I'll
Okay.
get 3 years relaxation.
Right. So that's not an issue then. So even if it's a fifth
Yes, sir.
attempt, that should be very much sure by the all the upcoming gate aspirants that number of attempts don't count, because it's not like a
Yes, sir.
UPSC, like you have only limited 6 attempts or something. There are infinite
Yes,
attempts
sir.
in the gate exam. The problem
Mm.
part is about the criterias in the PSU. The first criteria is
Yeah,
the age
age
limit.
criteria. Mm.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Second criteria is your engineering degree percentage. So how much was your percentage?
Mm. Mine was 71.
Okay. So you made sure you enjoyed your engineering with a very good percentage, because
Yeah,
65
but
percentage is the bare minimum. If you don't have 65 percentage, even
yes,
if you
sir.
are AIR 1 in the gate, you are not eligible for PSU. But you made sure मजे करेंगे engineering
Mm.
में, but पढ़ाई भी अच्छा ही रखा आपने. So I won't say that कि आपने पढ़ाई में कुछ
हाँ
ढीला
थोड़ा
पड़ा.
बहुत पढ़ ली sir.
हाँ. So that's a good part. So I
एक्चुअली
guess
वो एग्जाम से 1 2 दिन पहले सर ठीक ठाक पढ़ लेते थे, एटलीस्ट 70% लाना था, वही माइंड में था.
Generally what happens, students who are not serious about the engineering, what they do is they get a lot of KTs and they just want to just pass the engineering. So in that case, their average score which comes out to be is around 55 60 percentage. But then what happened in the recent scenario,
Yes, sir. That
they don't make eligible even if you have 59.99 percentage. They want the complete 60
yes, sir.
percentage or 65 percentage as per the PSU companies criteria. So, but you are way
Yes,
above
sir.
71 percentage. You won't have any problem.
Mm.
So that's
Yes, sir.
the important part which upcoming gate aspirant should learn. And also your journey of like 5 attempts, you made sure every part you have actually broken down the hurdles. So, first is the syllabus completion. Second is the practice part. Third is looking for the option, because even if you are writing gate exam, there is a chance of a failure. It cannot be 100% win game, however you prepare,
No,
because
sir.
hard work, smart work, and luck, all of them are needed to achieve the good rank. So you made sure you had a
Yes, sir.
backup, and then you got one of the job also from the SSC, as you said. So you got a job there, and then you had a secure job, so you can give one more attempt with confidence, with zero pressure. So that's what you did for the next thing, and ultimately you got what you wanted. So that's a very good journey. And
Yes,
even
sir.
you made sure that once you leave college, you did a freelance job. A lot of students ask me, sir, my financial condition is not good, what should I do? I say them, try for the freelance, try for something. But if you don't try,
Yes,
there
sir.
are no opportunity. But at least if you try, there will be
Mhm.
a pool of opportunity. And you made sure from Sheg you started your earnings. So that's a very good thing,
Mm.
that's because it gives confidence कि एटलीस्ट अर्निंग तो आ रही है ना, एकदम ऐसा
Yes, sir.
नहीं है कि जीरो है।
हाँ, हाँ, हाँ.
हाँ, तो वो बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट है। नहीं तो है ना कहीं साइकोलॉजिकल इशू भी आता है स्टूडेंट्स को। उन्हें ऐसा लगता है कि फैमिली कितना हमें सपोर्ट करेगी, कुछ हमें भी तो करना चाहिए या नहीं, और कितने साल ऐसे होगा। बट देन यू
Mm.
मेड श्योर दैट यू स्टार्टेड अर्निंग एंड ऑल्सो kept a backup plan to again get a good job and start the preparation again. So if you want to give some golden rules for the upcoming gate aspirant, so as per you, what are the important three things that they should keep in mind while studying for the gate 2025?
The first thing I will say that while you are revising the concepts, you are attending classes or taking coaching from any institute, and the classes you are revising the notes. Just don't blindly revise the notes. While revising the notes, make sure that you practice questions also, because unless you practice, you won't be able to perform in gate exam.
So
This is what I will say.
that's
And
the first
other thing
point.
is that yes, sir.
Yes.
Other thing what I will say is that you have to stay consistent. Each and every day study for at least 3 to 4 hours. Study for 5 to 6 hours or 3 to 4 hours, but make sure you study regularly each and every day. And that I will say, sir.
Okay. So two things
And
you.
while preparing, yeah,
Uh-huh.
yes, sir. This is my second thing. And the third thing I will that don't take pressure while preparing. Suppose you are preparing, play sports also, play mobile games also. I used to play mobile games. So while preparing, don't take much pressure, because if you study consistently each and every day, then definitely you will improve. It might take time for in some cases like me, but you will definitely ace through, because if I can do, you all can do it, sir.
Okay, that's a very positive and optimistic statement, that if you can do it, others can too. And yes, your three golden
Yes,
rules is
others
very,
could do
very
it also.
important. That's very, very important. First point was about the revision and practice. Revision is ignored by a lot, and that's a problem at the end of the month, क्योंकि याद नहीं रहता कि जो पढ़ा है वो हमारी नोट्स वापस से देख करके दिक्कत होती है कि हमारी नोट्स थे या नहीं। ओके, एंड देन प्रैक्टिस गिव्स द कॉन्फिडेंस फॉर श्योर. Then you said about the consistency, that's very important, rather than just getting motivated by some interview or speaker and then studying 14 hours a day, and then next day you are not getting up to study again. Okay, so that's not recommended. What's recommended is slow and steady wins the race. So even if you give 3 to 4 hours
Yes,
a day, it's good enough to crack the gate exam. Third, you talked about the pressure. So pressure is something what we get from expectation. We expect something from ourselves, parents expect us, society expects us, so that's what actually gives pressure. But you said, if you want
yes,
to
sir.
avoid pressure, games are good thing, sports is a good thing, so do
Mhm.
something which you enjoy. So that's how pressure can be
Yes,
released.
sir.
And pressure is not needed for the gate exam, because already gate exam requires so much of energy, like to study, to revise,
Yes.
to practice. So if you take pressure
Mhm.
also, तो energy नहीं बचेगी पढ़ाई करने के लिए. So that's very, very important.
और सर, एग्जाम के दिन बहुत काम एंड कंपोज रहना है। ये वाला अटेंड में मैं बहुत काम एंड कंपोज था, इसलिए ज्यादा परफॉर्म भी कर पाया।
Okay. So, were there some exams you were very much nervous? Happened something like that? एक क्वेश्चन नहीं
यस
बना.
सर,
दो क्वेश्चन नहीं बना, तीन नहीं बना, एक रो में चार नहीं बने, तो एकदम से डर गए कि क्या हो रहा है ये?
हाँ, वो तो सर बहुत एग्जाम में हुआ, 2020 21 अटेम्प्ट दोनों में ही हुआ था सर ऐसा। एक क्वेश्चन में ज्यादा टाइम दे दिया, अटक गए थे, 10 मिनट दे दिए थे, 12 मिनट दे दिए थे। फिर लास्ट में जाके मेरा क्वेश्चन कंप्लीट ही नहीं होता होता था। The questions which I knew, I had to leave it unsolved.
Okay, that's a very, very important learning because I always tell my gate aspirants that whenever you write test series, the reason behind test series is to make sure you learn the time management. And the time
Yes, sir.
management part is in your round one, you solve the easy question. In the round two,
Yes, sir.
make sure you choose those questions, the concepts you know, but you also know that calculation will take some time, 1 minute or something like that. So you do that in round two, and in round three, you choose those questions which are very tough. After reading, you know
Yes, sir.
it
Yes.
will take around more than 2 to 3 minutes. Then do that in round
So
three.
this is
In
the
that,
best way.
yes.
This
So
is the
you,
best way, sir.
but you learn that from the
In my
mistakes.
fifth attempt. Yes, sir.
So I feel that you lacked a good mentor. Don't you feel so?
Yes, sir. I lacked a good mentor.
So why that
I
happened?
had just done. Sir, I had just done coaching. After that, yeah, I had done coaching for 6 months, and in that month, 6 months, the syllabus wasn't covered up, and I was not in touch with any of my faculties. Also, it was my problem itself. I had to I, contact them. But slowly, I learned from my attempts itself, sir. By
So
giving multiple attempts, also I got to learn.
so yes, that
I
was
lacked
a
a good mentor.
long journey of attempts which can be like minimized if you have a good mentor. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I feel somewhere that you actually learned all the things, but through your mistakes. What I suggest
Yes,
is
sir. Yes, sir.
learn all the things through other people's mistake. Like the this interview,
Yes, sir.
if someone is watching, surely he know all the mistakes because you made all the mistakes in all the years, syllabus
Mhm.
completion, doing it lately, then practice missing out, time management issue, okay, uh, then a lot of things like not being serious in the early days of engineering, like what to do in my life, maybe exploring something
Yes,
might help
sir.
you. So ये जो आपके मिस्टेक्स है ना, तो ये बाकी स्टूडेंट्स अगर ये इंटरव्यू देखेंगे तो जरूर से उनके सामने क्वेश्चंस तो रहेंगे, इवन इफ दे डोंट नो द आंसर्स ऑफ ऑल द प्रॉब्लम्स, बट एटलीस्ट दे विल
Yes,
हैव द
sir. Questions
प्रॉब्लम्स
right.
इन फ्रंट ऑफ देम कि ये सारे प्रॉब्लम से हमको गुजरना पड़ेगा. ओके, सो
In
व्हाट
that
वाज
case, sir, they will not need 5 attempts, sir. They can do it 1 or 2 attempts. They can, if they can figure out the mistakes early,
yes,
which
so
I learned from my multiple attempts.
you also feel that like the intellect of yours was very good, but the problem was the mistakes nobody told you.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Okay, so that's very important for the upcoming gate aspirants, that you might have a good intellect, but if you do not know the mistakes, you may require multiple attempts. This doesn't mean that
Yes,
gate
sir.
exam is very tough. Gate exam is just
No.
the aptitude test, but it
Mm.
requires a good knowledge of everything. Okay, चलो तो ये बात तो क्लियर हो गई. अच्छा, मैं आपसे ये पूछ रहा था that you told that you wanted the government job and all these things, okay, but in start when you prepare, so it's not much clear like what exactly I want. Do I want mtech in iits, or do I want the psu job, because knowledge is not there. So how did you
Yes, sir.
gather all the knowledge? आईआईटी में ये होता है, पीएसयू जॉब में ये होता है, other psu jobs offer this exams and this opportunity. So how did you figure it out all this information?
Sir, actually, in most of the IITs also in civil engineering, what I have heard from many aspirants, that even after doing MTech, also they start again preparing for government exams. If you want a good placement in IIT, then you have to switch into other sectors like in data analytics or IT. Then it will help you in getting a good package from IITs. But in core civil, opportunities were less in the early days when I graduated from the college 2020 2021, because of COVID also. It also affected that. But slowly in recent years, I have seen that you are students are getting placed in MNCs also from IITs also. So that is also an option. So if you are appearing for GATE, just don't think only about PSUs. IITs is also a good option for you. You can get placed in good MNCs and get a good package from IITs also.
Okay, so you are optimistic on the MTech part in IITs that you will definitely
Yes,
get a
sir.
good
Yes,
job.
sir.
But again, you are saying
Yes,
the
sir.
data part that a little less opportunities in the civil core compared to the
Yes, sir.
non-core like CS and EC.
Non-pro. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So therefore, a lot of students who do MTech, they also prepare for GATE just because they want the PSU jobs. And there are criterias also in the PSU jobs that even if you do BTech plus
Yes,
MTech, you are eligible for the PSU jobs. So
yes, sir.
that's a good part that you know at least all these things you figure it out by yourself. So what were the sources you used? Telegram, or you had seniors, or YouTube, or Google? How did you figure it out all these things?
So I had some friends who have done name tech from IITs, and YouTube also helped me in gathering knowledge about all this stuff.
Okay, so you had friends. So that's again, if you have a good group, you get a good guidance.
Yes, sir.
So make sure while preparing, you have a group at least, which will tell you about the
Yes, sir.
opportunities, the scenarios, the materials. Okay, so that part is clear. So anything you want to talk about, like in the core part as well, which teachers you follow? Because at the end, teachers give you knowledge, and teachers can shift from A
Yes, sir.
coaching to B coaching. That is no issue. So which teachers in core which were helpful for your preparation, so that other civil engineering aspirants can take
Yes,
benefit of?
sir. So Jaspal sir was there. From him, I studied geotechnical engineering, then building materials, irrigation engineering. His notes are also available in Telegram group. From there also you can study. And I studied environmental engineering from Sagar sir and mathematics from you sir. And aptitude I studied from myself itself. And transportation engineering from Ashish sir. He is from ADZ. And actually, I have done coaching from ADZ itself. So maximum teachers are from ADZ. And along with that, I followed Jaspal sir. He's from an academy. I has I focused on his notes, his free classes on an academy. So that were quite helpful, sir.
Okay, so this teachers
If anyone,
and uh-huh.
sir, I want to tell one thing. If anyone doesn't want to enroll himself in any of the coaching, then there are plenty of free classes on YouTube of Jaspal sir. And Jaspal sir used to teach at least 5 to 6 subjects. From there itself, you can get your concepts clear.
Okay, so your recommendation about the teachers were crystal clear. And also, you talked about if someone who cannot afford the coaching, because obviously
Yes,
some
sir.
people might afford, some people might not. So for them, there are
Yes, sir.
free playlists which are available by these teachers only, so that you can
Yes,
clear
sir.
your concepts from there. Okay, so that was about the syllabus completion from the teachers part. And also, I got all the idea and also the students like about the concept clearance, the importance of everything, because your journey which you shared right now was just about the mistakes solution. So I guess
Yes, sir.
they
Yes.
got all the idea about that. Okay, and I guess nothing is left right now. So yes, it was. And पर्सनली स्पीकिंग मुझे काफी अच्छा लगा कि जो स्टूडेंट्स गिव अप नहीं करते ना, लगे रहते हैं कि अब नहीं तो नेक्स्ट ईयर बट इम्प्रूव होते जा रहा है. द इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट इज ऑलवेज मेक श्योर इफ यू आर इम्प्रूविंग, then continue. If you feel like you are
Yes,
not
sir. Yes,
made
sir.
for it, then leave in between. Sometimes it is the best
Mm.
option. So
Yes, sir. Definitely.
in your case 8,000, 3,000, 1,800, under 200. So
Yes, sir.
that was a very increasing curve कि अच्छे अच्छे ranks आगे आ रहे थे. So continuing
इसलिए
makes
इसे
sense.
कंटिन्यू कर पाया. हाँ.
यस, इसलिए कंटिन्यू मेक सेंस. किसी का अगर उल्टा
Mm.
जा रहा है कि 8,000 के बाद 10,000, 12,000, दे शुड लीव बिकॉज दैट्स हाउ
Mm.
इट्स इंडिकेशन कि
They
आप
should.
आपके लिए नहीं हो रहा है. सो यू वर मेड फॉर
They
द
should opt for
टेक्निकल.
other options.
Yes, so you were made for the technical thing and it was clear from your attempts. तो आपको ऐसे डिसीजन लेने चाहिए. साथ ही साथ आपने ये भी बताया कि बैकअप भी इम्पॉर्टेंट है, और आप को देख
हाँ,
करके पीस ऑफ माइंड लगता है. सो डोंट यू टेक मच टेंशन, ऐसा मुझे लगता है पर्सनली. व्हाट डू यू फील अबाउट द ओवर थिंकिंग, डिप्रेशन, एंजाइटी एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट नेगेटिव थिंग्स विच कम्स along the way in the gate preparation? How you dealt with it? तो आपको देख करके एक पॉजिटिव वाइब आती है.
sir, actually in my initial attempts I used to get depressed, I used to get frustrated at times. But after giving multiple attempts, and my mother used to motivate me a lot, and my friends also used to motivate me. One of my friend, he got year 19 in previous gate 2023. From there itself, I got a motivation that if he can do, I can. If I can, if I try, then I can also get. So my friends have been a source.
आपका ऑडियो अटक गया. हाँ.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So your friend and your mother was an inspiration for you, which actually boosted your motive and your feelings toward the gate exam. कि करो, हम है, कोई नहीं, आगे बढ़ो. So that's how you deal with
Yes,
it.
sir. My mother and my sister also. I had to take her name also, but she also supported me a lot.
You are blessed. You are definitely blessed.
Yes,
You
sir.
have a good family which gives you the
Yes,
positive
sir.
environment and which is must needed. Okay. If you do not have the positive environment, this is a 0.1 percentage exam. Like सिर्फ 0.1 percentage का सपना पूरा होता है. So it's very tough exam indeed. And so definitely यार, आपकी जर्नी देख करके, सुन करके मज़ा आया, बात करके मज़ा आया.
Thank
एंड
you, sir.
मुझे लगता है बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट वीडियो है, बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा फॉर द गेट एस्पिरेंट. एटलीस्ट आपके स्टोरी से वो वाली ये नहीं है ना कि आप तो यार फर्स्ट अटेम्प्ट में ही क्रैक कर गए, तो स्टूडेंट्स कहते हैं इज अ इनबॉर्न जीनियस, है ना. तो आपकी जर्नी एक थोड़ी सी एक लंबी रही, विच विच कनेक्ट्स विथ मेजॉरिटी ऑडियंस. कि बहुत सारे
Yes, sir.
स्टूडेंट जो है वो वैसे ही रहते हैं, स्टार्ट में स्ट्रगल करते हैं एंड इवेंचुअली दे फिगर इट आउट दी वे कि आगे कैसे बढ़ना है. सो आपकी जर्नी उनके लिए काफ़ी हेल्पफुल रहेगी. मज़ा आया बात करके, मज़ा आया इंटरव्यू करके.
Thank
थैंक
you,
यू
sir.
फॉर ज्वाइनिंग इन दिस इंटरव्यू.
Thank you, sir.
थैंक यू.
Thanks a lot, sir.